I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be 35 and single. I'd imagine that it's difficult. However, just because it's difficult to be 35 and single and a woman doesn't mean you have to be a psychopath.
I know it hurts. I'm sorry. Go on. All right, you came to the right place, you ding dong. It's called communication, baby.
Welcome to The Crunch, the only podcast that reminds you to recycle your chastity belts to save the environment. It's your boy Ethan.
And I'm Patrick. And this is the podcast where we answer your dating questions and also make you feel extremely uncomfortable.
Why is that
I
uncomfortable?
guess.
Do you hate the environment?
Chastity belts.
Do you hate the environment?
Definition: uncomfortable.
You hate the environment. You hate God and His creation because you're making your chastity belts out of plastic with petroleum, and you're killing the fossil
The C in
fuels.
Laudato Si stands for chastity belt. That's what it stands for.
I feel like
I always pictured Laudato Si like high C, but it's just anyway.
I feel like I just did ketamine with that
Yeah?
joke. Like you sent me into a stupor just now.
You pick it up at the gas station. Gonna go grill later. Hook it up to a
No,
stove.
no. You're thinking of kerosene.
Oh, well, isn't that the thing that everybody was taking to stop having COVID?
Okay, now I'm actually lost. This thing is ivermectin. How could someone get from kerosene to hydroxychloroquine in a?
I thought that was that thing that Billy Mays sold on TV. That's OxyClean.
I thought that's that thing that you take when you're pregnant at the hospital and you're giving birth.
Epidural.
Oxycodone.
Oxycodone. I thought that was that thing that killed. Never mind. Let's move on from that.
I'm stuck. Once we're in drug humor, it's over for me.
I know
that saying ketamine is funny, but other than that, I can't. Like I just don't know enough.
Man. I saw a picture of Elvis taken the day he died. Holy cow,
dude! He was.
I understand all of the jokes on Johnny Test now.
He was in rough shape. What's my Apple TV login? Am I recording a podcast?
Listen, the woman needs to watch Ted Lasso.
It's connected to my family. Text my mom. Oh boy. Yeah, Elvis. So my grandparents were here on Wednesday. They were coming down to go to a casino in Oklahoma, and they stopped.
Excited to be old.
I know, it's wonderful. That's really all they do. Every time they visit, I'm like, "Where are you going?" They're like, "Oh, we're on our way to WinStar. We're going here. We're going there." They gamble a lot. Anyway, that's their prerogative, I suppose. But I was telling them about our trip to the Holy Land, and they were like, "Oh, that's great. This one's, to Bethlehem. Oh, that's awesome. And you guys go to Nazareth. Oh, that's really cool. Jerusalem." And then I told them that we went to the Elvis restaurant, and they were like, "Oh, you went to an Elvis restaurant?" They were.
Not only did we go to an Elvis restaurant, we went to Elvis the restaurant.
Elvis the restaurant.
It was called Elvis.
They had the Ocean's 11 song playing when we walked in, which was amazing.
They played it twice.
Like, yeah, which is again.
I think they saw how much you loved it. And
I know.
Put it back on.
A little bit of home.
Every computer in the Holy Land is still running Windows Vista. I forgot to mention that when I told you about the playlist on the boat. They were running Windows Vista
on the boat. They had a computer on the boat. It wasn't someone's phone.
No, it was a computer that was running like Windows Media Player from 2005. Yeah,
dude, that's perfect.
I forgot to mention that part. I assumed it was a Spotify playlist. It was not. It was like old iTunes. It was crazy.
I thought that Israel was known for its sort of tech. Like you remember the blimp, and they've got the Iron Dome and all these things. They've got a lot of technological advancements.
The computer and the Elvis restaurant were in. Well, no, the Elvis restaurant wasn't, but the computer was in Christian territory. I think Israel is also known for being a little stingy. Sorry,
Patrick.
Whoops,
you're gonna get us canceled.
Sorry, didn't mean it. when
Next
it
thing
comes
you're
to sharing their resources with other religions, is what I was
mhm.
gonna say.
Uh-huh. Right. Right.
Oh man, did I tell you I was trying to explain that to some folks in my? I did say this. I was trying to explain our like explain the relationships between the different faiths in the Holy Land, and they were like shocked that a Muslim woman would not shake my hand.
Who was
And I was like,
shocked
yeah,
about this?
one of my business networking
Dude, it's crazy.
contacts.
It's like what we were DMing about today. Like, for whatever reason, the secular liberals in America have convinced themselves that like everyone is just friends because if they can give up religion at the drop of a hat, surely so could everybody else. And that's just
Yes,
like just not the
not
reality
correct.
in
Yeah.
most of the world. Like most of the world actually has
Mhm.
convictions, unlike
The
55% of
West.
Americans. Yeah. And so probably more than that. I don't know how many Americans would sacrifice a conviction of creed in exchange for money, but it's probably a lot. And so when you tell a story about, oh, these Muslims, they took over a church and that's not good. And it's like, oh, isn't that racist to say that it's bad that this woman wouldn't shake your hand or that these Muslims are taking over churches and that's bad? It's like, no, it's not racist. It's just like they would rather there be fewer Christians and more Muslims. And we would rather there be more Christians and fewer Muslims. And that's not a racist thing to say. It just means that there's two groups of people with opposing convictions. But
Let's
that
even
like,
place it. Let's even place the framing within the orthodoxy of the secular left.
ooh,
We would prefer it if our heritage sites were not taken over by foreign entities.
I don't think
So
that.
anyway,
Well, I don't think that
I
computes with them either. I don't think that
that's what I'm
computes
saying
with
is
them at all.
I it's like the Church of the Ascension is a mosque, and the Hagia Sophia is a mosque, and
Mhm.
the upper room is being guarded by an IDF guy who won't let you sing.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's
It's
crazy.
like all of Israel is like the town of Footloose.
They shouldn't have let us in. They Gabriel did us a solid because if
He
they
did.
they shouldn't have let us see all that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we did see a lot. It's
I can't
just
believe that's our first experience with life outside of America. I'm never leaving again.
really?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It was
Dang.
fun.
It was
It
nice
was
to
a
be
lot of fun.
around people that believed in something, I will say.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that was
The way that Hani, just a young, you think a guy in America who looks like that would get emotional at the Garden of Gethsemane? Not at all.
no,
Not at all.
no,
He'd
no.
he'd play football and he would be a Chad. All right, that's it.
He would be an OnlyFans manager, is what he would be. You know what I mean? Like he would
He'd be in a
subscribe to
jail cell
Hustler.
in Romania.
He was subscribed to Hustler University. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just the actual like that's the thing that strikes me the most. And this is related to dating because it's important. But like the level of conviction that people have here for things is so
milk toast
it's not that it's low. It is milk toast. It's not that it's low. People are very convicted, but they're very convicted about stuff that just doesn't matter at
is
all.
stupid.
It's like we got to make sure that there's BIPOCs in every animated film, you know? And it's like, what? Why? Like
Yeah,
I understand, yes, representation, sure, whatever, but it's like there's
but what does
Christians
that do?
dying.
What does it
What does
do?
it do? It doesn't
Just
do anything other than make you feel good. Like
yeah.
they're convicted about the things that make them feel good. They're not convicted about the things that like
Mhm.
are real and true. And if that makes me a racist, that's fine. You know, I'll take that heat.
Your words mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's someone responded like, "Are you aware the guy that you quote retweeted is a fascist and a racist? Are you aware that when someone says that on Twitter, it means virtually nothing?"
Yeah. The thing that we're referencing is today I saw a video of a Muslim guy making a TikTok that he was bragging about they had converted a church into a mosque. And I quote retweeted the guy that posted it. I said, um, it's okay to dance on the bones of a dying culture as long as that culture is white Christianity. Imagine if the reverse had happened and it was a trad guy wearing an ill-fitting button-up. Which I just threw in there just to make sure that not everybody was gonna get mad at me. Um,
Yeah.
if he was celebrating, converting a mosque into a church, there'd be all kinds of backlash.
Yeah.
And then someone responded and was like, "You realize the person that you retweeted is the leader of the fascist and racist party in England." And I was like, sure, I can't speak for him. This video indicates that Muslims took over a building that used to be for worshiping Christ that is now
God.
not
Yeah.
for that. And so it's like, that's not good.
That's sad. Yeah.
Regardless of who's posting it, like, I don't really care if he's racist.
Mm.
I just think that this video is indicative of a thing that's not good.
I think he shouldn't be racist. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
But
I'm
you know
gonna go
what?
out on a limb here and say that all the people that are racist should not be racist. But
I don't care if that's controversial. I don't care.
I'm also gonna go out on a limb and say that you shouldn't necessarily be okay with people who hate Jesus Christ taking over your churches. That's and I don't think, and you know what? Take me out. You know, if that's the hill I gotta die on, I'm okay with it. But it's about
Speaking
conviction.
of
It's about conviction, right? That's the thing. And that's why we got to talk about dating, is
yes.
because you people out there are asking us questions. You're afraid, you're worried, you're concerned, you don't know what to do. And we're going to teach you right now on this podcast for free, actually, how to date. And that's better than you'll get in most
Speaking
places.
speaking of having convictions,
Yes.
and speaking of being racist, we are going to go to the Catholic dating subreddit
Wonderful news.
where racists find each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. That's an unfair assessment.
Well,
Um, I I I've struck some gold on the Catholic dating subreddit. I think there
mm-hmm.
I've some very interesting posts here. Um, some for the old and some for the young and some for the in between. And by that I mean, but the old is 39, the youngest is 19, and the in between is late mid 20s. The
Okay.
guy actually said, "I'm in my late mid 20s," which I thought was fun.
I'm in my
Uh,
late mid 20s. Dude, you're 29. You just say that you're 29.
oh wait, no, that was a different one. I actually didn't
Okay.
like that one. That one was gone. Never mind. But I want to talk about the olds and then the news.
Okay.
So
Enough
we're going to talk
preface.
about a 38-year-old, then we're going to talk about a 19-year-old.
Let's do it.
Shame and being old. I am a 38-year-old male. I've struggled with dating my whole life.
Mm.
I'm slightly autistic. I found good Tweetman's Reddit account.
That's so mean.
I know it's so mean. Can we
Oh,
send him
just
this episode? I hope
sure.
it'll make him feel better.
It won't.
I'm a little lazy and currently receiving treatment for depression, including medications. For a good number of years, I felt unworthy and immense shame because I didn't read the
Mhm.
I didn't read
You
the
struck
post.
gold, huh? On Reddit? On the Catholic
I
subreddit? You
didn't read
struck
the whole
gold?
post.
Uh-huh.
I
You can censor it. Use your automatic censor. Use your filter. You can do this.
I became aroused by something taboo.
Okay. Is it Japanese?
I get um my adolescent and childhood years were full of pain, were painful and full of abuse. I never developed strong friendships or male ones. I feel like I'm asexual, but I also feel several things. One, I want to be a husband to a tender, warm, sweet woman who loves me and I love her in return. Two, I'm lonely, despite being around friends all the time.
Mhm.
Three, I feel like I might be ignoring God. Did he call me to the priesthood by making me an asexual? Four, I look young, I think young, I have vigor and health of a young man. I'm a young,
Oh.
vibrant man.
Mm.
I don't sit at home for more than an hour before I need to do something active. But I'm simply, am I too old to ever be a person or sorry, a husband? I wish I
Mm.
did not feel so worthless. So Ethan, what? Someone just goes, "You're not too old. It's the other things. It's the other things you said." Anyway, what do you think, Ethan?
I mean I mean I mean, that's just like a lot to dump on a guy at 8:48 PM on a Thursday. Um
Spoken like a true dad, new dad. 8:48 p.m. Come on, man.
Patrick,
Splash some water on your face.
I don't wanna hear it from you. I don't wanna hear from you, mister. You get 8 hours of sleep a night. Man,
He did just start sleeping through the night, which is huge.
yeah, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, I'll kill you. But, Peter, on Tuesday night, the night after we recorded,
Yeah.
he was awake from 9:30 PM to 3 AM. and would not go to sleep.
I'm sorry, man.
He slept better last night. He's just been sick. He's got the teeth coming through, you know. So, anyway. So, for this guy, first of all, you don't have real problems. That's not true. You do have real problems.
Yeah.
I I don't know. It's difficult for me to say anything to people who are like who just list off all of the things that are wrong with themselves and then say like, "Well, what do I do?" And it's just like, "Okay, I feel like you don't actually want help. Like you want a bunch of people to tell you that it's okay that you've struggled for as long as you have and you're justified in being depressed." And it's like, you're not really, like you, I don't know your life. I don't know what you're going through, but identifying yourself as a slightly autistic, depressed guy who has sexual hangups is like not going to get you anywhere,
Yeah.
like, and if that's how you think about yourself all like day in and day out, like, oh, I'm just these things. And because of these things, I'm never, if I do ever meet someone, they're probably not going to like me. Like, what? You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Like, you just are waking up and aiming a
Yeah.
12 gauge shotgun at your foot over and over and over again. And you're not
Shoot
going to
yourself.
make any
Yeah.
progress. You're not going to make any
'Cause
progress
you
that way.
think you think what is standing in your way is all of these bad things, and like if you just got rid of the bad things, then you'd be perfect, and then a girl will love you, and that's not how it works. You're focusing on the bad, and you're like, maybe I'll improve the bad
Hmm.
things, but like you
Hmm.
don't recognize that like the your strengths and your weaknesses come from the same character traits, and so you got to lean in. Your virtues build on virtues. So you got to lean into your virtues, lean into the good things,
Hmm.
and then if the good things get good enough, people will overlook the bad and the bad things will go away. Your final sanctification is not in this life, my friend. Just stop. Just
Have you
get covetedeyes.com and
have you ever considered that you're not a bad person? Like, I really feel like a lot of people don't think about things this way. They just think like, "Oh, I have all these things wrong with me. I'm a bad person. I'm a loser. I'm this, that, I'm an addict. I'm this, that, the other thing." It's like, have you considered that maybe you're good and that you're like worth loving, not just other people, but like yourself, like you, like
you personally.
when you talk
Yeah.
to yourself, instead of saying things like, "You stupid idiot," you fell in this area again, or like, "Oh, your freaking dumb autism is acting up again," or this, that, like you could talk to yourself that way, which I would imagine that you do based on the phrasing of this post. Or you could be kind to yourself and like actually treat yourself with self-love and self-respect. I think that's the first step for a lot of people is because they have this inner monologue that's running all the time. Anytime they screw up or they miss an opportunity or they sin in a way that they particularly don't like, then they just like, oh, they have all these things that they say to themselves and they
I'm
yell
not in
at
a state of
themselves.
grace anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I had that
And
whole. Did you see my whole thing about that on our Instagram? Yeah.
I did see that. And it's like, man, I feel like the first step to solving a lot of those issues is whenever you feel that coming up, just saying, "Hey, man, it's okay. We're okay. We're gonna
Just
we're
move
gonna
on.
we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna try again next time. You did your best. We're okay." Instead of like, yeah, I think a lot of negative self-talk is just it's pernicious amongst people who suffer from these kinds of things specifically. So that would be my advice. It's like you don't need to worry about finding a girlfriend right now. What you need to worry about is like, do you love yourself? Do you see yourself as a person that's worthy of love? And if the answer is no, that's where that until it's yes, do not pass go, basically. So,
Yeah. This next one comes from Catholic Dating itself. Matchmaker forum phase one extension. Ladies, please sign up with 9 exclamation points. Hey there, if you're a woman, the ratio is 4 men for every 1 woman. Your chances are really, really good of getting unbelievably good if you sign up. Extending the phase one to August 19th. So if you're listening, it's too late. They might extend it again. So this is a
okay.
public service announcement, women get on that dating matchmaker form, please. The men are not happy about it, but
No, not at
you
all.
are striking gold here. It's funny because the guys are like, wow, the men really have a low chance of getting matched, huh? Which is funny because like at every young adult event ever, it's mostly women. So guys, just get off the internet and go
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, Catholic match. Online. Okay. This one's about being. This one's about a cling. I'm actually interested to hear what you think about this. I did read
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
The question is, Catholic match online dating for a month, but she's kind of clingy. It's kind of clingy.
Mm.
Hello. I've been
Hi.
trying out and finding hi, and I've been trying out and find I've been trying never mind. I found some dates on Catholic Match. I only want to date a Catholic.
Okay.
However, things go too fast. This person's speaking weird. Things are going too fast for us. She wants marriage. I get it. She's 35 and wants kids. She's never had one. I just went on vacation last week. I'm going to be gone for 3 more weeks.
Sorry, I can't marry
What?
you. I just went on vacation last week. I got a lot going on.
They've been dating for a month. He went on
Okay.
vacation last week. We'll be gone for 3 more weeks. So for the duration of the relationship, he will have been gone for
Mhm.
half of
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
She keeps messaging me like if she wakes up, she tells me what she eats and that she's going to shower and that she's going to work. She tells me take care like 10 times a day and then I love you 20 times a day with I miss you in between. Then I met with some of my friends who happened to be girls, and she got jealous and stopped
Oh.
talking to me for a whole day. I'm
Oh.
just overwhelmed with the emotions going on. Like, I'm lost. Am I just overthinking things? What do you think, Ethan?
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be 35 and single. I'd imagine that it's difficult. However, just because it's difficult to be 35 and single and a woman doesn't mean you have to be a psychopath.
So, this does seem like psychopathic behavior a little bit.
But I will say, on the other hand, would you rather be with a woman that's clingy or with a woman that's liable to, step out on you? You know what I mean?
Also, this guy just glazed over that. I met with my best friends who happen to be girls. Don't, no, man, don't. Don't put it like that. She's being passive aggressive and not replying to you for a day because she's mad at you. I get that. You can't just drop that. You can't be like,
Right.
"Oh, my best friends happen to be women."
And I don't
That's not
understand why she's mad at me. It's like, well, you're
you're having yeah, you have intimate relationships with women who are not her, and
yeah,
you're dating her.
right.
Come on, man.
And he's
Let's
touching
be real
his
here.
dress now. She takes
Yeah,
off
it's all
her
in her head
dress
now, but
now.
you know,
Let me go. Like that's what's
yeah,
happening in her mind is Mr. Brightside. And you're Mr. And these girls, they got a bright side to them.
their bright side.
You don't want to see it.
And the
Um,
downside is that
I think have you talked to her about it? It is all about communication at the end of the day. So like if
she
you're
seems to have
posting
no problem communicating certain things.
right. Well, and this guy seems like he has no problem when it behooves him, and then when he's kind of doing his own thing with his own women, he's like, "Ugh, she's so clingy." It's like, well,
Yeah.
maybe you have the problem, brother. I think everybody here needs to step away from the situation. I don't think these people are good for each other. And
I yeah, I think you're at this point where like I've been dating this girl for a month. First of all, I dating for a month. Is she clingy? It's the first month. If you feel like she's being clingy the first month, that probably means you're not
shouldn't
attracted to her.
right, shouldn't the first month be like a little spicy? Be like,
The
ooh,
first month is clingy.
the first month you should be like staying up late and like texting them under your pillow. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
hold
Like
on. Wait, why is this guy like, yeah,
this girl likes me too much
this girl likes me too much. I'm gonna go hang out with my two
with with
girlfriends.
other women.
I'm gonna go hang out with other women.
Is this guy a
Oh my
certified
gosh.
bozo? Is that what's
This
happening?
I think he's just not as into her as she is into him. And
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the relationship's doomed.
No, it doesn't
I
at
think
all. You just
that
got to decide what you want.
why aren't you dating your friends that are girls? Why are you
Yeah.
on Catholic Match?
Well, he's
Dating
not
them is
Mormon.
free. Well, one of them. Pick one.
Okay. Yeah.
Pick the less pretty one. She's probably I'm just kidding.
She's probably going to be just as clingy as the other girl.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We
No,
support
like
women.
just we support women here on the podcast. I said that to a friend of mine. He was like, "Yeah, my friend is my best friend's a girl." I'm like, "Is she gay or are you just chicken? Like, what? I don't understand what's
Yeah.
the issue."
One time when I was in high school, I had a clingy girl problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I went on one of those trips. You might have heard of it, Steubenville Youth Conference.
yeah,
And on this trip, I was a junior. This girl was a sophomore, and I don't understand how this happened, but she would always find her way to be near me on the bus, right?
nice.
And I would like make so I don't know if this has happened to you as like an as a fellow funny man, where
Yeah,
you would like make a joke and then she would take it as like an inside joke that just you guys have and she would like reference it. And it's like, well,
you're like, "You don't understand, sister.
I
This was an
just
all play, all right?"
right. I just made that joke like I make like this wasn't for you. You just happened to be here when I made it, you know? Like this isn't like I would have made the cake anyway. It's just you just happened to be here when I made it.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
and then she gets my phone number, she's texting me afterwards. And it's like that thing where you scroll up and it's just like, hey, 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 hey. And I told her, I was like, hey, I don't want to talk to you that much. And it was just like really weird because then there's like, she's like, well, I thought like I thought we were good Christian friends. It's just like, well, don't you want to hear about my life? I was like, no, no. It was a really weird situation to put a 16-year-old in who had very low, who was, by the way, doing the exact same thing to another girl at his school, me. That
This is just what
right,
teen is. This is
right.
what high
It
school
was
youth
just like
group
I
is,
was
yeah.
texting a girl, hey, 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 and then this girl was texting me, hey, 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 and I was like, this girl, she's so clingy, she won't catch a hint, and then I'm over here like not getting it with Alyssa Bates. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
man, I
wow, name dropping over here.
she's
That's
nowhere near
crazy.
this show. There's no chance.
She
Um,
deserves it. How dare
sh
she?
I know, but anyway,
Typical Alyssa, right, Nick? Anyway.
right. I just and then I
I'm
like,
sorry, Nick. I shouldn't have said that.
why would you be mean to Nick?
I didn't mean to.
Nick is a good guy. You're in his room
Alyssa's
right
not
now.
a good I know, I'm in his room. Dude, hold on, wait, can I do a reveal real quick
Yeah,
while
go
you
ahead.
answer this question?
Go ahead.
I gotta make sure that you can you see that white thing in the sky there?
Jesus is coming back?
No, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Do you see this?
Yeah, I do. Is that
Alright.
the Florida Gators poster?
Oh, no. It's Nick Nemi.
Oh, boy.
We rolled that up when we were staying in this room. We were like,
Yeah.
"No, sir.
That's a little bit
No,
weird.
sir."
It's, y these Catholics and their images that they have all over the place. It's ridiculous.
That's just idol worship right
It
there.
is this
God said no
idol
graven
worship.
images.
I'm
That
thinking
includes
about
banners of
I'm
children.
I'm thinking about making a reel where it's like Protestants, "You Catholics can't have statues of Jesus and Mary in your home. That's idolatry." And then it switches, and it's like Protestants when the American flag comes out during the national anthem, and they're, like, crying and, like, falling to the ground, you know?
Yeah, that's a that was one of my most popular tweets before my airport one was,
Really?
yeah, idolatry is something idolatry. "I pledge allegiance to
It's
the
to the
flag of
flag, yeah.
America." I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll you can do a reel with it.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny. It's a funny idea because it's like, "Oh, how dare you?" It's like, "Bro, I see
That's
people cry during the national anthem at every baseball game I go to." It's just like, "Hmm."
Protestants. Wow, I can't believe Catholics say the Hail Mary. That's so idolatrous. She's just a woman. Anyway, I pledge allegiance to the flag. It's just kinda goofy.
I would never I hey, it's not because I hate the troops and I don't value their sacrifice, but, like, I don't pledge allegiance to the flag.
Oh, jeez. Alright, let's move on. My friend Tim and I used to not say the pledge except for under
Under
God
God.
because one of
Yeah.
our friends would not say under God, and so we
Mhm.
would only say
Say
under
under
God
God, that's
to
really funny.
counteract him. He hated it. He was so upset.
That is really
And I
funny.
was like, what's the difference between what
Yeah.
we're doing and what you're
What
doing?"
you're doing, yeah. What's the point of pledging your allegiance to a country? Like, what are they gonna do for you, you know?
Ask not, Ethan. You
Oh, that's
asked the
true, that's
question. You're
true.
supposed to ask
I
not.
did I did ask the
Ask not.
famously the question I'm not supposed to ask.
JFK is rolling, is looking up at you right now,
Yeah,
upset.
uh,
In the first circle of hell, he's upset.
yeah.
Anyway,
Wasn't it crazy that
he's not
JFK wrote all those kids' books about the wizards? Oh,
JFK rolling.
JFK rolling. It'd be funny if he's a little fireside chat in the White House reading his books. I can't
Brainius explodus.
I can't do a JFK impression, but I'll try.
He didn't catch it.
And
Go
then
on.
and then and then Harry and then Harry
What?
This is JFK. This is JFK reading Harry Potter to the kids. And then Harry went to Hogwarts. He went to the Gryffindor common room.
We lost him, boys.
I know. It's all right. It's over. I do think about JFK a lot, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, because the CIA killed him,
sure.
and and then the Clintons killed his brother or his
Hmm.
son,
Something.
something like that. And it just seems like it's very. And then someone took his other son's voice box, and so like I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, and then they named him after an airport. That's
Right.
weird.
Yeah. So I just have a lot of questions about the whole Kennedy thing. Like, did he know about he knew about the aliens.
He
Had to have.
definitely did.
Yeah.
That's why he was so freaked out about the Bay of Pigs. He was
What
like, "We gotta go find the aliens in the Bermuda Triangle."
well
Do you want?
that's what the whole that's what the whole children's series is about. All the wizards are an allegory for the aliens. They live among us. We don't know. That's why
Do
he
you
wrote
want
it.
to hear the last question?
I would love to hear the last question.
So this one comes from a couple of 19-year-olds. I haven't read it. I'm excited though because I read the first sentence and I like how they describe themselves. Hello everyone. The title is "We will call him Missionary Dude."
Oh,
I love this already.
all right. This hits close to
I
home.
Hello everyone. Do you know how focus girls pronounce the word missionary? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Missionary?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Katie Rose visited this past weekend, and so I was just
Aw.
thinking about it. Because she said they say missionary, like they say missionary, and they kind of lilt the last syllable. Anyway,
Missionary?
that's what I'm. Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So we will call him missionary dude. Hello, everyone. I met this guy from Totus Tuus. He's a missionary. I'm a volunteer. Oh, interesting. We're
Okay.
both 19. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, this is good.
We are very devout, heavily into theology. It's what I'm studying in college. That's what made me want to read this question. I like it.
You're not heavily into theology. You just like to make out with Gregorian chant on. Get out of here.
Stop it. That's disgusting. Come
It's
on.
not disgusting. You went to Franciscan. That's what happened.
That's true. It happens. We begun talking more and more. Tonight we talked on an actual phone call. He opened up more and actually brought up past relationships and what would I look for in a future spouse. One problem being he would prefer a patient woman, and I bluntly admitted I was struggling.
These men and their high standards. I can't believe it. I can't. So I want to hear the rest of the question. That's really funny. Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
Next thing you'll know,
I've
he'll ask for a woman that can have a conversation and can listen and loves him. Oh, it's
I've bluntly
ridiculous.
admitted I struggle with patience. I'm not sure if that impacts it or not, but we'll see. I'm not super worried about it if it will progress to dating. However, last night his words included "talk to you tomorrow," and tonight he said "see you in the Eucharist."
Oh, dude. Oh
He
no.
does like you. That means he
Oh,
likes you.
it's
He's trying
over.
to impress you.
He is trying to
He
impress
likes you.
her.
He
Oh,
does like you. He
I
does
just
like you.
I just remember when I said shit like that. It's just like, come on.
I never said that because
I
I
don't
never
believe you.
felt
I
genuine.
don't
No,
I
I
don't
never
believe you.
did. I never did. The first time I heard it was at Seek with some of our Twitter friends, and I was like, "That's cool." I'm probably
Yeah.
never gonna say
Yeah.
that.
You also did date a Protestant for like the period of time where you would have said it.
That's true. So it would have been weird for me to get into the habit of saying that.
Yeah. It'd be funny to say it as like an own to your Protestant girlfriend. Like,
See
see
you
you
in
in
the
the
Eucharist.
Eucharist. Oh.
I'll text you later, honey. That'd be mean.
It would be
Oh
mean.
man, I
Yeah.
would have made her cry. It's
What
not
did
good.
Protestants say? Like, see you in the Hillsong. What do they say?
I wish I can't wait until we're Hillsong United again.
I can't wait until two or three are gathered in his name and we can be
And
together
we can
once
be there
more.
with him.
Yeah.
I think they say something along the lines of, never mind. I don't,
See you in the primary and secondary doctrine. See it.
there you go. See it. See you in the ordinances.
See you in the. Anyway, continue with the question.
See you at church, which is an unnecessary addition
Hmm.
to Christianity. All right.
See you at
What
the
are the
grape juice and
options?
the Wonder Bread,
There it is. What are the options on whether that's a good sign or a bad sign? Uh,
lady.
is it a good sign or a bad sign that he said see you in the Eucharist? I think it's good.
That's a good sign.
It sounds great, but with the change in temporal perspective, I'm not certain. I love I love it.
Dude,
Oh, this is so funny.
we need to put all 19-year-olds in a camp so we can study them. I don't,
This
what,
is so
what does
good.
that
I
mean?
love it. I
What
love
does
that
she
she's like,
mean?
she's like,
Change,
okay, so this
the
this is
change
what
in
she
temporal
means.
perspective, as in like the day. It's a new day. Like it's today instead of
No, no, no,
yesterday.
no, 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 no. Last night he said talk to you tomorrow, but
Mm,
tonight he said see you in the Eucharist.
wow.
So does he mean like he's not gonna sit to change in temporal perspective?
Okay, cancel everything, girl.
I
Girl,
love this.
get yourself to an eye doctor because you might be straining your eyes from reading too far into this. I'm just saying.
I
Please.
love it. She needed to talk. She needed to post it on Reddit because she's so confused. She's like, "What do I do? This is really important. It's the most important thing ever. I'm 19 years old." Ah, I
Ah,
love it. That's so funny.
that is really
P.S.
funny.
I realize this is very dramatic, but I wanted to see if I could bring joy through some fun, light trauma. Aw, she's
Trauma?
downplaying it.
It's
No,
not
drama, drama, drama,
oh, I thought you
drama.
said trauma. I was like,
She's
dang.
downplaying it. Listen, listen, homie. We know that you're really freaked out by this, and I'm here to tell you, you're okay. All
Everything
right, you're
is
fine.
everything.
Everything is fine.
Just come here. And both of you come here. Just come under my arms.
You've
N-
received my blessing.
Nothing is going to be as easy as it is now. Ever again.
It's
It's
never gonna be.
it will never be this simple ever again. It will never be this.
It'll also never be this difficult.
That's that's true.
like it's never gonna be easier than it is right now. It's never gonna be harder than it is right now. It's
Yeah.
only gonna get easier.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like working with high schoolers. I've given a couple of graduation speeches in my life, and I always started it with congratulations on getting through the hardest part of your life. All the adults laugh, and I say, all the adults are laughing because they think it's hard to pay taxes. All adult problems can be solved with more money.
Mhm.
You can't pay someone to do this for you. You
It's
can't pay
true.
anyone to go through being a 19-year-old who's worried about temporal shifts in perspective.
Dude,
That's so
that's the
funny.
craziest man. We gotta
I
shut
love it.
down teenage girls until we can figure out what's
We
going
gotta, we
on.
gotta, we gotta, we gotta stop letting lay people study theology. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, we gotta stop letting people who don't have fully formed frontal cortexes study theology.
That's probably accurate.
You know?
Certainly not let them be exorcists.
Dude, can we that is a dating corner thing. Can we talk about
That
that
is a
real quick?
dating corner topic.
So, I just got this question written in.
Speaking of 19-year-olds,
I just got this question written in. It just says, "I, female, 18, just got absconded by a priest." I just got abducted, and I'm in Italy now. And he seems to say that we're married, and he
gifted
also
me a half-eaten box of chocolates.
he gave me a half-eaten
Uh,
box of chocolates
what does it
with a
mean?
hastily written note, and he called me at just after midnight on my 18th birthday and said that he loved me. And like, can someone please help me understand? Like, is he just like kind of being funny, or is there like something else going on? If you don't know what we're referencing, there's a priest from Alabama that was a. I actually listened to a podcast from him at one point. It got recommended to me.
Really?
Yeah, and I listened to it. I thought it was fine. But it was about like the exorcism stuff. And like he really advocated for like husbands and wives like praying over each other, and like
Mm.
casting demons out of one another. And it was like, I don't know, it seemed convincing when he said it, but like, I don't know, we just it just doesn't feel right at a certain point, you know? Like, you can pray for
I've
your
never
spouse, but,
I've
like,
never heard of him.
really? So,
Um,
anyway, he was big into this exorcism ministry, but he wasn't an official exorcist of the diocese, and he wasn't, he just kind of did it pro bono, and, uh, and
oh, no.
he just disappeared to Italy with this 18-year-old girl, and everyone's like, "Where is she? Bring her back." And he's convinced that it's because Jesus told him to leave with her, and also he calls her his wife. It's a really strange and, like, sad thing, basically.
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is not,
I would much rather talk about the 2 19-year-olds that are using $7 words to try and make each other aroused, you know?
hey, it's working.
It is working. It's like, "Hey, more power to you."
Maybe that's the fetish the guy was talking about. He's just like, "I like hearing a girl say temporal,"
Right.
you know?
I love it when she says, um, "What's
Shift my temporal perspective.
you're about to" what's a word that you know you got a theology degree. What's a big old word and what's a big old theology word that people could say?
Microcosm,
How about eschatological?
eschatological.
Scat is like a thing. It's not important. Nobody look it up. We don't need to talk about that. Ryan, if you're listening to this, edit that out. It's just poop. Like there's like a it's like a poop. It's like a weird it's like poop. You know what I mean? And then when you say eschatological, it sounds like you're talking about poop, but you're really talking about the eschaton, which is the end of the world, which will be
Yeah,
kind of poopy for some people.
for some,
Yeah, not for you and me.
Lord willing.
No, I think it's guaranteed.
Yes, I have assurance. Well, that's gotta be 45 minutes.
We're at
Um,
42
jeez,
minutes. I know.
my tolerance is low. I have to go to Walmart, so
Let's just do a quick State of the Union.
oh, yeah?
Yeah. So we're here on the crunch. If you're here, welcome. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord.
Get in the Discord. What are you doing?
That's the place to submit dating questions. So if you have questions that you'd like us to answer, go to bit.ly/crunch discord, submit them in the dating corner chat. We'll add them to our topics channel and we'll talk about them on the show. We want to answer your questions. We want to help you. That's free. You don't have to pay for that. If you do want to pay for something, as in supporting us so that we can keep making 2 episodes a week, you can go to patreon.com/thecrunch. If you go $10 a month, you get a third episode. That's right. I tricked you. I said 2, but it's actually 3. So just for the price of a cup of coffee per episode, $10 a month on Patreon, you can get access to, I think we're up to 45 or 46 bonus episodes now. So that's
Something like that, yeah.
46 hours of bonus content that you can just have for $10 a month. You can go in there, you can download all of them, and then you can cancel it
Leave.
for all I care. I just want you to have it. So go to patreon.com/thecrunch. Check that out. I will say we are going to be really famous on Instagram soon. And so
You should
I,
probably follow
I
now
would get in while
while
the
it's
getting is
cheap.
good. Yeah. It's kind
Yeah,
of like
and
a,
subscribe for 99 cents,
like
which John
where we're,
Bosco Donahue did.
did he
So,
really?
yeah.
It's just the one. Do we have anyone other than him?
No, it's 3 so right now, it's the first 5 people who do it can subscribe for 50 cents a month
Mm.
in perpetuity, so John was just like, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. 50 cents a month forever? I'll do it."
I think where we're at as a podcast right now is where America was in like 1946. You know what I mean?
Right before the dollar became the currency for the World
For the
Bank.
whole world. And then there
Yeah.
was exponential growth, the likes of which the world has never seen. That's where we're at. We've just been through the last year of our lives have been what some would
Trench
call,
warfare,
yeah,
tanks,
tanks, Hiroshima,
mustard gas,
Nagasaki, the Battle of the Bulge, Stalingrad,
Saving
um,
Private Ryan,
the Ottoman Empire, the Vichy France,
the
Hitler,
Weimar Republic.
the Weimar Republic,
Yes.
Kristallnacht. Um, what?
We're getting too we can't talk about we can't I already made that joke on the other episode. We can't compare ourselves to the Holocaust.
We're not comparing ourselves to the Holocaust. I'm just naming things that happened in the wars.
Oh, okay. The Luftwaffe,
The
the
Luftwaffe, the
Blitzkrieg. The
the
Blitz,
um Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, um
the, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe,
Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. They've got what else do they got? Dunkirk is in the mix.
All Quiet on the Western, that's the other one. That's the
Matt
other war.
Damon, Matt
Yep,
Damon, right?
already got him in
And Tom
Saving Private
Hanks.
Ryan.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Yep, already
Um,
got that one.
we saved him. Pearl Harbor.
Mhm, mhm.
Not the event, the film. I don't care about the tragedy.
Dude, did you see, the comment on my post about
Yeah,
how the 20th century was a bunch of atheistic regimes blowing each other up?
I didn't know there were
And
tons of
someone
comments on that video I didn't see.
and someone replied, "FDR was literally a Christian. Do you think that FDR started World War II?"
Who do you think FDR is?
Dude, did you think that FDR started World War II?
How could he get into one of those kamikaze planes with his wheelchair? He wouldn't fit. It
I
doesn't even
love
make
when
any
people
sense.
on the internet like it's a slam dunk. It's
Yeah.
just like, literally a fascist. Literally,
Literally,
literally.
I'm ready for Trump to be back. I'm ready for the debates to
I'm ready
return.
for the mean tweets.
Oh, I'm ready. He said he's coming back to X, so but he did say he will always call it Twitter, of course. All right, we're at 46 minutes. We can end the show
He's a
now.
trad.
He is a trad. Patreon.com/thecrunch, $10 a month will get you the bonus episode. It also really, 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 really helps us to keep doing this, to reinvest into the show, to save up some cash, to do some really cool stuff. So please, 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 please consider it. Join the Discord. Patrick, do you have anything else for the people?
If you're 19, consider donating your thesaurus. Just get rid of it. You don't need it.
Thank you all for listening. Please pray for us. We'll be praying for you. We'll see you all next week.